Previously, Oliva proceeds to share his prized handkerchief from his girlfriend's hometown. June spits on the handkerchief because he is upset and irritated by Oliva's strange obsession with his girlfriend. This enrages Oliva, and he dashes off to wash his beloved property. The old man informs Oliva lives with his lover in the prison. Not only does he live a comfortable prison life, he gets to bring a woman. June is surprised at the lavish lifestyle Oliva has in the prison. He also guesses that the lover must be a real beauty as Oliva keeps her with him all the time. However, also believing that she is a scam. Oliva gets all dressed up to meet his lover. He puts on a tuxedo and gets some fresh flowers. No words in the world are enough for him to convey his love for his lover, Maria. The simple phrase "I love you" is not enough to show his sincerity for her. Collecting all his love for Maria, Oliva walks along a very fancy corridor, towards a room in the prison. June, on the other hand, claims that Oliva's lover is a made-up character to better fit his unchained image in the prison and give him more freedom compared to other inmates. He heads over to his closet space and brings out a jar. He hands it over to the tall guy, Kent, and asks him to bring it to the fight at the arena. In the fancy room, Maria throws a cigarette and a pillow at Oliva. He doesn't understand what has made her upset as he came dressed, with flowers at the time she has specified. As Oliva tries to calm her down, she proceeds to throw many other things that don't scratch him. Oliva plans to introduce her to the entire prison, and boast about her beauty on the day of the fight in the arena. Back in June's room, all the other roommates notice that June keeps listening to the jar since last night. They proceed to ask him what he is up to. They remember he mentioned something about rain and wind, but that didn't make any sense to them. They are curious to know what's inside. June informs them that inside the jar, there is courage. Turns out, a deadly hurricane passed through his island that destroyed a lot of lives and livelihoods. However, one brave young soul stood out in the rain and wind on the top of a cliff and held the jar up high to trap the hurricane. Despite the prison having 4,000 inmates, on the day of the fight, there were no guards on the posts. Even the rooms and hallways are empty as if there are no prisoners. Everyone has gathered in the arena to watch the fight between June and Oliva. They are all curious about who's gonna win, but they are also curious to find out what Oliva's lover actually looks like. The guards are seen in their control room, betting about who's gonna win. June arrives first and Kent hands him the jar. Next, Oliva is seen carrying a huge bed towards the arena. When he puts the king-sized bed down, everyone is shocked to see Maria. They also wondered how they could ever describe her to anyone else. Maria, a blonde girl, is almost the size of the bed itself. She is clearly above the term fat. Maria, taking a puff, asks what the people are looking at. Oliva tells her that they are admiring her beauty and aura. Maria throws a spit at Oliva, saying what could be beautiful about her. Oliva naively says that everything about her is beautiful. This surprises everyone, but they dare not say anything against Oliva. As the fight is about to begin, Oliva tears out of his tuxedo and the tuxedo stays standing as a shell. This blows everyone's mind. June opens the jar and he can feel the hurricane and the wind right in front of him. June offers Oliva to hold one of the corners of the handkerchief. It was a famous duel technique among the Europeans in old times. There is only one rule: the one who lets go of the corner first, loses. As June and Oliva hold the corner, June places the first few punches. Even though June knows all these punches won't knock him, but he only wants Oliva to forget about the cloth. However, as punches put Oliva to the ground, June holds on to the corner with 2 hands while Oliva still holds on with 2 fingers. Oliva stands up and insults June's grip as he uses 2 hands to secure the corner of the handkerchief. Oliva says he will use only his pinky to accommodate June, which destroyed June's pride. June tears off a few of his beard hair and throws them towards Oliva. The hairs land in Oliva's eyes, blinding him temporarily. Oliva almost loses the handkerchief, so he uses his palms to grip tighter. Looking at the almost defeat, Maria says it's unattractive, which destroyed Oliva's pride this time. June uses his pinky to grab the handkerchief and lands a few punches. Oliva is distracted by the fact that he made Maria bored. Taking the punches, Oliva brings June's attention to the handkerchief, which he is no longer gripping but just laying on his palms. June recognizes the style as Gilberto style. June also lets go of his grip and starts his punches and kicks. Finally, Oliva makes a move and lands June's head straight to the ground. June still has the corner on the back of his palms. Baki is unimpressed with their show-off. He remarks the fight is a game for the two as they want to showcase their superiority with silly moves and games. As the wind floats in, June and Oliva shift their palms against the wind, still holding the handkerchief. Oliva feels proud of his moves and looks at Maria for approval. But he is shocked to find Baki lying next to Maria, hugging her like a pillow. Oliva becomes mad as he witnesses it and lets go of the handkerchief. Maria explains to Oliva that this kid, Baki, must be so bored with his fight with the handkerchief that he came to her bed and fell asleep. A fight between men should be a simple knockdown fight and not some fun show. Maria kisses Baki's forehead, which bursts Oliva's heart with jealousy. Taking this opportunity, June kicks Oliva, but as he was about to do further damage to the ear, Oliva grabs June's arm and throws him across the arena. With one move, he defeated June and got praise from Maria. However, they are mistaken that June has been defeated. June stands up ever so strongly, surprising everyone, including Maria. Singing his home country song, June starts the fight, and this time, they are not playing anymore. In the city, all the GPS is malfunctioning due to June and Oliva's fighting. Yujiro, who is in a car, also realizes that he is the only one left now. Yujiro is brought by George Bosch to fight June's men. However, June's man gives up fighting against Yujiro as he knows Yujiro is not an easy opponent. To protect President Bosch, June's man throws him out the window to keep him safe against enraged Yujiro. However, Yujiro still manages to get to President Bosch. Yujiro applauds the attempt made by June's man and says he has been trained well. Back in the prison, June is lying on the ground, very much defeated as he keeps saying it's time to set sail. As June is about to lose, he remembers his poor people back in the island who are only protected because people are scared of June's power. As June admires Biscuit Oliva, he also admits that defeating such a power is beyond his imagination, but he would definitely make sure to defeat him today. As he points towards the tuxedo, which was still standing after all this time, falls to the ground. June goes ahead and explains to everyone that the real power behind modern martial arts or fight forms and support. All various martial arts forms don't question how the body pushes against the ground at an angle. Thus they are forced to rely on muscles and strengths. June kicks near the foot of Oliva, making him lose balance, and lands one of his greatest punches. As June rejoices in the defeat of Oliva, he is faced with President Bosch and Yujiro. Yujiro tells June that he is definitely the greatest fighter on the planet as President Bosch proceeds to beg for his forgiveness. Seeing all these, June realizes something is not right. Turns out he has passed out and he was dreaming. Baki congratulates Oliva for his strength and his confidence in his body. However, Oliva says that June was strong but he didn't have the love for muscles. Oliva shares a secret that the muscle they are seeing in his body is not the real size but rather compact size of the muscles. He is currently holding it in. If he had let them go, it would crush everyone in the arena and reach for the sky. Baki immediately says that is impossible. Oliva shares that he has never had below 10,000 calories, which would be 500 rice balls every day. He still manages to keep the fat percentage within 5%. As he keeps boasting about his muscles, Baki makes fun of Oliva for restricting his muscles and saving everyone from crushing. This enrages Oliva and he slaps Baki and throws him flying towards the wall. However, Baki remembers the strength is somewhat similar to his father, Yujiro, and manages to land safely. He looks towards Oliva as Oliva kneels and apologizes for saying things that are not true. He goes ahead and explains that the real reason he had built the muscles is because he wants to carry the love of his life, Maria. Oliva carries Maria and returns to his room as others keep staring at them. The next day, it turns out that June has escaped from prison. In his closet, he has left an envelope to Oliva and Maria. When Oliva opens the envelope, it's a currency from his island. As the guard further inspects the closet, he finds a tunnel dug on the ground through which June must have escaped. Oliva says that June made a tunnel and escaped in the middle of the night as a means of showing his respect towards the reputation of the prison. He is a man of immense strength and could have easily tackled all the guards and walked right from the front door. The punishment for the guards for an escaped inmate is also lighter than guards being unable to prevent the escape from the front gate. Oliva suggests accepting this fate with gratitude. Oliva understands that June gave the currency as an invitation so that Oliva would come and visit. June has returned to his island and his fellow mates are happy to finally see him. They ask if he was successful in defeating Biscuit Oliva, to which June notifies he has lost. His mates are not bothered by the result but are happy that he has returned. They get busy letting June know about what has happened these past 1 month. Back in the prison, the guards are doing roll call, when Baki suddenly interrupts saying he wants to take a break and head outside. As the guards try to stop him, he escapes from every shot and traps, while heading outside where the warden is waiting with a few guards. Baki says he also wants to become unchained, to which the warden asks what is the conclusion at that point. If you enjoyed this recap, check out the next episode. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more anime recaps, turn on the bell notification for future uploads and leave a like to help the channel out.